Welcome to the Wisconsin Government Accountability Board's Eye on Lobbying webinar training series. In this webinar, we will explain how to report a lobbying interest within 15 days of activity related to a legislative proposal or bill, a budget bill subject, a proposed administrative rule, or lobbying topic, as well as how to amend a registered position. My name is Brian Bell, Elections and Ethics Specialist with the GAB. With me today is Lobbying Specialist Molly Nagapala and the Ethics and Accountability Division Administrator, Jonathan Becker. Please note that we have muted your phones. You should only be able to hear us talking and not hear each other. If you have any questions at any time during this presentation, please type them into the question box through the GoToWebinar application. We will pause periodically to review and answer questions that are entered. We will do our best to answer as many as we can, but we may not have time to answer all questions, either during the webinar or in a Q&A document that we will post when we post the video. The webinar is also being recorded, and we will post the video as well as the Q&A document on our website within a few days of this presentation. Now I'll turn things over to Molly, who will walk us through 15-day reporting.
All right, thanks, Brian. First, we're going to talk about what we mean by 15-day reporting. Each principal must report to the Government Accountability Board each bill, budget bill subject, proposed rule, and topic on which the organization makes a lobbying communication with a state official. The principal, through an authorized individual, must report the bill, budget bill subject, proposed rule, or topic to the board within 15 days of the first lobbying communication with a state official. Even though it is frequently the authorized lobbyist who enters a 15-day report, it is the statutory responsibility of the principal. You must have a user account, be logged on to the site, and have permission from the principal before you can enter a notification of a lobbying matter known as a 15-day report. If you do not have a user account or are having difficulty logging into the site, please refer to the training materials on creating an account and resetting your password. If you do not have permissions to complete 15-day reporting on behalf of a lobbying principal, contact that organization and then refer to the training materials on amending a principal registration. Registered principals may be required to report on the same issue more than once. For example, Principal A is interested in creating a sales tax exemption for the sale of pet food. This would be reported as a topic. Later, the sales tax exemption gets introduced as a legislative proposal. Now Principal A must report an interest in that legislative proposal. And if the sales tax exemption were to eventually become part of the budget, Principal A would have to report an interest in the specific budget bill subject the issue is under. However, you only have to report a matter once regardless of the number of communications on that matter. Now let's walk through how to submit a 15-day report. For this example, we will use a legislative proposal. Log on to the Eye on Lobbying website and click on Submit 15-Day Report from the left-hand menu. Then select Report Interest in Legislative Proposal. You can choose to search for a bill specifically by House, proposal type, number, or relating clause text. You may select any combination of search options to narrow your results or broaden your search depending on your needs. If you know the specific bill, enter the House, proposal type, and bill number. If you do not know the specific bill, you have a variety of search options to find the legislative proposal you're looking for. If you would like to search both houses, choose Search All from the drop-down, which leaves the option open to search both. You can choose to search for a bill by proposal type, bill, joint resolution, or resolution. If you would like to search for all three, choose Search All from the drop-down, which leaves the option open to search all of the types. If you know the legislative session, you may also choose to search in the specific session. If you would like to search all possible session types, regular, special, and extraordinary, you may choose Select All from the drop-down, and it will search all session types within the 2-year period. You may also choose to search by text that may be in the proposal. If you do not enter a keyword from the text of a bill, your search will produce more results. If a legislative proposal has not yet been assigned a bill number, it should be reported as a topic. You cannot search for proposed bill by LRB reference number. When you have chosen your search parameters, you'll click Next. Select the reporting period. The current reporting period will be selected by default. Then select the principal's position. You can register as For, Against, Other, or Undisclosed. Principals are not required to disclose their position on a bill. Other may be chosen when you would like to see changes made to the bill, or you support part of the bill but oppose other parts. Legislators often review registered positions prior to committee hearings and votes on the floor of the legislature. There are also 3 optional ways to augment your position. You can enter additional comments which are viewable by the public, upload a supporting document, and you can now upload multiple documents, or provide a website URL. Review your interest report. Use the back button if you need to make any changes. Click on Submit to complete your report. After submitting your 15-day report, you will see a confirmation page as well as receive a confirmation email. You can submit another interest if needed using the button at the bottom of the page. Let's pause for a minute and just check with Brian to see if we have any questions so far.
Nothing entered so far, but as we said, there's the question window within the GoToWebinar application. If you have any questions, feel free to answer them as we go, and we'll address them throughout. So we just continue.
All right, budget bill subjects. Budget bill subjects are created by the Legislative Fiscal Bureau. Do not report on the budget bill number as a legislative matter. Select Submit 15-Day Report from the left-hand menu. Select Report Interest in Budget Subjects, verify the legislative session, select the budget bill subject, and click Next. Select the reporting period. You can then add comments, supporting documents, or list a website URL. Note that you do not register a position on a budget bill subject. Click the Continue button. Review your interest report. Use the back button if you need to make changes. Click on Submit to complete your report. After submitting your 15-day report, you will see a confirmation page as well as receive a confirmation email. You can submit another interest if needed using the button at the bottom of the page. Proposed rules. Rules are different from bills in that they are not bound by legislative session. Select the agency, select the scope statement, which is listed with the most recent first. Specify a legislative session to ensure that the interest appears on your correct SLAE. Select the reporting period. Select the principal's position, and you can then add comments, supporting documents, or list a website URL. Then click Continue. Review your interest report. Use the back button if you need to make any changes. Click on Submit to complete your report. After submitting your 15-day report, you will see a confirmation page as well as receive a confirmation email. You can submit another interest if needed using the button at the bottom of the page. Lobbying topics cover matters where no bill, budget bill subject, or administrative rulemaking proceeding currently exists. To report a topic, click on Submit 15-Day Report from the left-hand menu, and then click on Report Interest in Topics. Select the reporting period and enter the topic. Provide a concise description of the subject you are lobbying on as if it were a bill's relating clause, for example, the taxation and regulation of spotted dogs in urban areas. Select the action type, whether the topic relates to a potential legislative matter, administrative rule, or both. You can then add comments, supporting documents, or list a website URL. Then click Continue. Review your topic report. Use the back button if you need to make any changes. Click on Submit to complete your report. And after submitting your 15-day report, you will see a confirmation page as well as receive a confirmation email. You can submit another interest if needed using the button at the bottom of the page. Now that we've covered how to submit a 15-day report on a bill, a budget bill subject, administrative rulemaking proceeding, and lobbying topics, let's pause again to check with Brian, see if we have any questions so far.
Still no questions, but just a reminder, since we don't have budget bill subjects yet from the Legislative Fiscal Bureau, that if you're lobbying on a budget bill subject, you should report that currently as a topic, and then you can submit another report once those are introduced.
When we receive the budget bill subjects from the Legislative Fiscal Bureau, we will let everyone know so you can go out and change those.
And they will be posted on the website.
Yes. All right. We're going to talk about amending. You can also amend a reported position through the ION Lobbying website. There are a variety of reasons why you might want to amend a reported position. For example, you may wish to add supporting documents or update a website address, or maybe the principal's position has changed because of an amendment to the bill. Click on Submit 15-Day Report from the left-hand menu. Click on the button for the type of interest you want to amend, and use the search function to find the interest you want to amend. If you choose a matter not previously reported on, you will have the option to create a new interest report or return to the search. To amend a previous report, click the Edit button. You can only delete a report within 24 hours of initial reporting. Make any necessary changes to your report, update comments on your position, and then click the Update button. Review your amended interest report. Provide a succinct reason for the change, which is a 250-character limit, such as an amendment to the bill or supporting documents added. Click the Submit button. After amending your 15-day report, you will see a confirmation page as well as receive a confirmation email. You can submit another interest if needed using the button at the bottom of the page. Amending a 15-day report on a budget bill subject, rulemaking proceeding, or topic works the same as amending a report on a bill. The process is the same. We have now discussed how to submit a 15-day report as well as how to amend a report. Let's check again with Brian to see if we have any questions.
No.
You guys are smart. Is there anything that anyone would like to see us demonstrate on the Lobbying website related to 15-day reporting? If so, just type that in your chat box and Brian will see it and we can demonstrate it for you.
While we're waiting to see if there's any additional questions, Molly, can you go to our website and we can show where we're going to post this video and where the slides are available? So just in case someone wants to come back and re-watch the video or go through the slides again. So from the GAB website, the menu at the top, if you go to under Lobbying and then Training, and halfway down the page there is Lobbying Webinars. And then there will be a list of all of our webinars. We have all the slides up. We have recorded videos for most of these. And then we'll, under 15-day reporting, you can see there's just the slides there now. But we'll post the video. They'll be embedded in this page once we have it recorded and posted. And then if we go back to the training page real quick, we can also highlight, just as a reminder, go back one more. We have the link for the in-person training sessions. And we've scheduled another set of in-person training events for the end of this month. On the 27th, we'll offer a introductory lobbying seminar. And on the 28th, we have a veterans refresher. So we do have a couple of questions now. First question is whether or not you can get the presentation in print form, and if so, how? Yep, as we just showed you, the slides are on the website, and you can print out the slides. So we go to Lobbying, and then Training, and then Webinars, and click on 15-day reporting. And there's the slides there. So that has the slides as well as the notes that we use during our presentation as well. So you can print out all that material. Our next question is, can a lobbyist make amendments and reports, or only the principal?
Anyone who has permissions for the principal can make the amendment. It doesn't have to be the lobbyist. It just most often happens to be that person.
But it certainly may be the lobbyist, and as Molly said, it's most often a lobbyist. The obligation to report applies to the principal. And as Molly earlier indicated, once you have reported on a matter, you don't need to report on that same matter again, regardless of the number of communications and regardless of whether different lobbyists are communicating on that same subject.
Okay, are there any other questions at this time? Wait a couple of minutes, but just to see if we get anything else in. But thank you for those of you who were able to attend to the live event. We hope you enjoy this training opportunity, and we encourage you to send us any feedback you have as to how the training went, how you like the webinar option for trainings, or any suggestions we can do to improve training in the future. So at this time, I don't see any other questions. So we will be signing off. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope to have the video posted here in a couple days, and we'll email everyone once that's available.
Thank you.
Thank you.